Welcome to Magnet Marketers, our weekly live show where we break down the head, heart, and hand approach to building sustainable growth in your business. During each episode, we share actual client marketing best practice examples, strategies, and tactics that will help you generate real results. Our belief? A magnet always works better than being a bullhorn to attract, retain, and build your brand. Ready to dive into this week's Relationship Marketing Training Tuesday? Well, let's get started. Here's your host, Mike Gingrich and Jessica Phillips. Yay. Hello, and welcome to this week Training Tuesday Live. We're Magnet Marketers. Our goal is always to help you become a magnet with your marketing versus being a bullhorn. And today we're talking about all the social media updates that may have happened since we probably last seen each other. I don't know. They've been crazy this year and just keep speeding up, it seems like. So we have a lot to go through today, just of some interesting ones you wanna know about and apply to your business. But before we dive into all the goodies, if we've not met before, hello, my name is Jessica Phillips with Now Marketing Group and the Relationship Marketing System. And my personal mission is to help you love more, give more, and be more through the art of authentic relating. And my awesome co-host, this way. It's Mike Gingrich. He's the president of a web development and software firm, Digital Hill Multimedia, published author 5 times over, triathlete, runner, biker, and leading business blogger at MikeGingrich.com. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, I am doing well, and it's February, but the weather broke enough that I got out for a good long bike ride and run on Saturday, so I feel rejuvenated.
It's because you got your shacket on. Is that what it is? Right?
Yes, it's a shacket.
It's a
Shacket.
shacket.
Yes.
Mike is the new stylish one here these days. I got to keep up. So, the shacket. If you didn't know, that's the first update. The
That's the
first
shacket. Yeah,
sling
no, but
update
come
that you
on,
need
you got to
to.
put it on screen. You're already getting comments on your hair and how beautiful it
Oh,
is.
well,
So
thank you,
we gotta,
Brian. Oh,
yes, they're coming
yeah.
through.
Yay. Well, I appreciate you, Brian. I have to keep up with Mike's hair, so clothes and hair, the struggle is real. No, let us know where you're joining in from. Good to see you, Brian. I think you're watching in from Nashville, if I am not mistaken. So good to see you here. And all of you, if you're joining in, again, say where you're watching in from. We'd love to give you a shout out today. But also talking about some updates and some things that have happened. Mike, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes, absolutely. And the one that stood out to me was that one commercial that they said it was the cheapest commercial, or least costly to produce, I should say. They all weren't costly, right? But the least costly to produce, and that was that little moving QR code that just kind of went around
Yeah.
there. Did you see that one? Did you do it? Did you do it, Jessica?
I did it. You know what it reminded me of? The Office, though. Did you ever see the episode of The Office where they're waiting for the square to go in the corner, and it was like a game?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's what it reminded me
Yeah,
of.
definitely was replicating like the
Uh,
old game styles like that. So, but that QR code was
yeah,
something else. Coinbase,
Coinbase,
folks.
right?
If
Uh,
people, if
it
did
was a
anybody
Coinbase one, right?
not do that? I don't know, but yeah, I mean, because they said it's 20 million. I just listened to a podcast on that this morning that said like some commercials, the ROI is kind of hard to tell. Did it
Yeah,
move
you never know.
sentiment? Did was it popular?
Mhm.
But that one was simple. It was call to action right there. QR code. Boom. How
Oh,
many people? 20 million plus, enough to take down the site
so
and
smart.
make it struggle and churn.
So smart, so smart though, right? Like that's when it stood out. I mean, I love the Amazon Alexa one where she could read your mind. That was kind of
Yeah.
funny too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what the updates, but how does this relate to social media? Well, there's a lot that's changed, right? We're talking QR codes on TV commercials, right? We're talking about, taking Alexa, talking about things where we're working in the metaverse and they're promoting it on TV, right? With the Coinbase, that was that QR, but crashed their site. So many people clicked on it, which that's a good ROI, I guess, if you can get your site back up anyway. But the big thing that I noticed is what was happening before, during, and after the Super Bowl, and now how it relates to really how we need to think about what we're doing in our business. Like, for example, I signed up, so I'm a huge fan now of the metaverse. I'm, wear the Oculus. I'm playing putt golf. I just attended a comedy show
Nice.
in the metaverse the other day. But when I was doing that and looking at the events that were happening in the metaverse, there was a Super Bowl party there, right? And you could attend with other avatars, people, not just avatars, people, these parties, and you can go in and you can actually have conversation around what's going on. And you would think there's so many people you can't like hear each other. And if you've never been in one of these events, in the metaverse, let me explain. So when you go in, you first you have to agree to their policy terms and all that. You have the ability to mute yourself so you don't have other people hear you, and you can just watch the performance. So I was like watching a comedy show, for example. You also have a button where you can click like safe zone if you don't want anybody to be able to talk to you, and you can go to your own safe zone. But when you go in, it's just like you're walking through a venue, and you can literally go up and down like stairs or elevator, whatever they have there. And then you get into small rooms of people. So it's like maybe 10 people or so, like in a room, and you can have conversations. So it was literally, I'm watching this comedy show and I'm hearing the people laugh beside me and talk about the show. And they were talking about each other's avatars and stuff. It was really interesting. So they have this for the Super Bowl too, and talk about being able to watch, game with someone else or talk about the game, meet new people, right? This is a huge opportunity for brands to think about how they can create different spaces and environments and ways of bringing people together, maybe virtually in a way that is more immersive, right? And
Yeah.
bonding.
And the Super
Yeah.
Bowl was hosted by Facebook
Mhm.
Meta, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, I mean, when we're talking social media, we have to talk
Mhm.
that now. We the
Yep.
metaverse and enter into those pieces, and that's just a different animal out there. Um, and I know that now. I wasn't there, but I've seen like Bella Vasta has posted some images from
Mhm.
within it. So what kind of
Yes.
capabilities do you have to
You
kind
can
of
take selfies with other
yeah,
people there
yeah,
or
okay.
video, right? So
It's
you
like you can
design your
take kind of
avatar.
your okay, selfie.
Uh-huh.
So there's the ability
Yeah,
that
you
it
can do it
captures you.
forward or back, you just like how you
Yeah.
would on your phone.
Yeah.
You can take it, like, just how you would on your phone. You can also do it, like, with someone else. So, like, for example, I've done putt-putt golf, right, with another person, and we're playing the game, and then, like, I get the hole in one or whatever, and you can flip out your camera and take the selfie, or if somebody's struggling on the hole, just like you would, right, you would take a video, and it would save it, and then you can send it via Messenger, back and forth. So, there's many opportunities. I mean, this is a whole talk in itself, but how it relates to social, and what it reminded me of with talking with, these updates, or just like you were saying, Mike, like Facebook owns Oculus, right? They are very much
The
invested in
device.
the
Yep.
metaverse. Like,
Hmm.
their new name is Meta, for example, right?
Yep.
They did not invent the metaverse, but they are very much invested in the metaverse. And their Super Bowl focus was on the digital clothing. So you could update your avatar even to
Yeah.
like correspond with the Super Bowl. So, like,
Your
Bengals
favorite football
fans,
team, NFL.
yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like, and update it with your stories, like, you could participate in hanging out with people. It was a new way of bringing people together. So think about it in terms of, like, if you're a brand, how can you get involved with co-creating in a way, right? And, it's not as difficult as you think to get participating in VR, but that's just one thing, just kinda start thinking about, and if you're not sure on the commercials that we're talking about, the one that we are talking about, the QR code, and just, just some of the other things we were talking about as it relates to the Super Bowl too, the TV commercials, now YouTube even has a
Yeah. The YouTube.
playlist specifically to rewatch all the commercials, which is awesome. So I'm gonna put the
Yep.
links here in the chat.
Yeah, Twitter or YouTube's always great about that, and
Mhm,
being able to some of them you can catch glimpses ahead of time, but then obviously afterwards to see them all, and
mhm,
even if you are watching TV basically any evening this week, I mean you're seeing a ton of
mhm,
what was presented then during the Super Bowl, um, but yeah, really interesting, and I think you have some neat ideas there. So you could attend that Super Bowl party, but also down the pike, you can think about can you uh, host one, and so you could
mhm,
bring people in from all over, and
right,
yeah, it's just like kind of having people at your place, but
mhm.
they're in the metaverse.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, or gamify it in some way, right? Like, there's
Yes,
many opportunities there. I did put the link to the Ad Blitz, which is that YouTube channel
YouTube. Yeah,
that has all the replays there, so if anybody's interested in catching up on some of those commercials we talked about, they were great. But yeah, that's just one part of some of the changes that are happening. And I'm sure it's already like, what? So we'll start speeding things up a little
Sure.
bit. I'm actually going to skip Google and come back to it, Mike, if you want to start talking about Instagram, because this is kind of funny with its launch yesterday. Some of the things there too.
Yeah, yeah. So Instagram announced a Valentine's
Mhm,
Day yesterday live stream a
mhm,
shopping event,
mhm,
and that was, I think that how
mhm,
those things are going to work and what they're going to do, a range of platform influencers and brands as well. But I think that was
mhm,
key that they're starting to roll out the influencers. Um, and what's it say? This is what, according to Instagram, after the year we had, this Valentine's Day is the perfect excuse to treat yourself or your loved one to your favorite beauty, food, home, and accessories brands. Join us for a live shopping event. And as you can see, so they basically hosted this, and these are people that celebrity stylists, reality stars, makeup artists, and so they're bringing them all together.
mhm.
Um, and I think that they need to they want to keep on this game because they know that
Yeah.
TikTok is also developing live stream shopping strategy, and so this
Mhm.
is critical to get a hold of and get developing.
And it's not your mom's QVC, okay? Like, it's a little bit different, right? It is your favorite think of your favorite artist or somebody that you're looking up to, like, if it's a makeup artist, but they're using that product, they're showing you how to do their eyes. Mike, I know you know how this goes, right? Right, so they're showing you how to do their eye makeup, and you're always like, "Oh, what'd they say? What color palette did they say?" Right? At least I am. I'm going back and trying to rewind and watch. No, you can click and buy it right then and there,
Boom.
and they do so, like, you used to have to say, "Go to my bio," and then there's this link tree thing, right? And you had to keep swapping it out. But now you can have live shopping there with clothing. Like, if you're seeing something somebody's, wearing and you like it, you can go shop and buy it. It's really cool too. Now, if you think about how many people, if they can create this, like, get it first almost mindset, right? Like,
That's
you're
yeah.
going to want to be there live. I remember when Beyonce's clothing line dropped, like, that stuff was sold out, like, in minutes, and that was just an email push. Could you imagine if she was going live, on Instagram? But think about how you can use this again, another way of live video shopping, not just Instagram, right? You can do this in a multitude of different ways. I encourage you to check out others. I mean, had creative ways of doing this just in the comments, but once you can click and buy it, this
Yeah.
is even better, right?
Yeah.
Amazon has it; they've had it for a while. But even if you're not an e-commerce brand, there's still ways of potentially collaborating with others, right? And seeing ways that it could be cross promoted. Like, for example, if we were here and we're talking about the metaverse and I could tell you about Oculus, like Oculus, every person that's bought an Oculus, you have an affiliate link, right? So if I wanted to then put
Mm,
my link here, which I'm not promoted that way, but if you would buy it, then I get a credit, like for using it for apps and things like that. So everybody has that. So there's other ways of doing it within your business, whether it's affiliate, whether it's collaborating, whether you are selling something. This is the future where people want convenience, speed, ease of use, accessibility. They want that insider kind of sense of belonging. And this is one way to do it. Um, so I love that Instagram had this update. And at the same time, Facebook had this other update on Valentine's Day, which is kind of hilarious. Mike, I'll let you talk about it because you thought it was kind of funny too.
I thought it was funny that so they rolled out in Messenger the ability to split payments, right? So you go somewhere and you go with a group, whatever, and you say, okay, hey, hey, what's my portion, that type of thing, and you can do that with like Venmo and those types of pieces, whatever. But Messenger on Valentine's Day rolled out the ability to split payments, which I thought was pretty funny, just because maybe on
Valentine's
that
Day not going
day,
so well, you can
yeah,
go
I don't know. Maybe
halvesies,
maybe on that day you want to pay for the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, Chad, you can
Yeah.
weigh in. What do you think, Chad? But um, I just thought it was funny anyway. But yeah, so they're getting more sophisticated with
Mhm.
the messenger payments and being able to split them. Interesting timing just to say on Valentine's Day, hey, now you can split payments. That type of piece. But we'll go with it. The bigger thing with Messenger there is the audio. Okay,
Mhm.
so how many of you use Messenger audio? Raise your hand there. And
Get ready.
from 1 minute to now 30 minutes. in
I think
life.
my team is crying right now because I'm the queen of sending audio messages, and they're like, "Oh my gosh." Bella is too. Bella, I see you. I see you in the comments here. Her and I, if there was not for Voxer, we probably wouldn't even have a conversation, but once a month maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, I love the idea of expanding the 1 minute. I'm not sure I could get through 30 minutes without, like, because when you stop that, you have to start all back over, right?
Oh,
And
that's the
that's the
problem.
most
Yeah.
annoying thing. Like with messages in like even on Apple, in Messenger, there, like if you stop it, you get a phone call or something, then it makes you redo it.
Yeah.
That, like, ugh, just like fingernails down the chalkboard for me when it happens because then you're just like, "What did I say?" Again, you have to start, "Where did I leave off?" Whatever. But so I do like the idea of expanding it because, if you think about it, if you are trying to have a conversation with someone, so for example, like talking about this in the business sense, I like to, send clients an audio message versus texting things out. One, it if you can hear the tone, right? You can hear kind of the sentiment of what you're trying to say a lot easier. It's personal, but also, if they're driving or anything else, then it's a little bit safer. But really, because I feel like it adds more of a layer of connection, I think, with audio messages. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is something that, with them expanding it, potentially they're going to give maybe more business opportunities to do so, because I know in the messenger setting of your business page, you can upload videos, you can do audio, things like that with your messenger. Um, I'm not sure how much more like leeway they will give them on, 30 minutes, but it would be nice, like, if, let's say, you paid for a coaching session and you follow up with a
Mm,
message, a recap, right? Maybe it's, you want to review a proposal or something, and you send them some feedback on it or whatever. There could be a million different use cases, not to just waste time for 30 minutes, but I could see the benefit of more personalization, more intimate
right.
inbox experience that is going to help strengthen those relationships and build that rapport a lot faster. So I could definitely see that. Bella
I
says,
Yeah, Bella's got
"Boxer
some
is
good
still the
comments.
best."
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I mean, she's got a point there with being able
yeah.
to up the
Mm,
speed. I mean, sometimes I mean, I
mm,
rarely listen to podcasts at normal speed. I'm always at least 1.5 or 2, that type of thing on
mhm.
Spotify, but 4x the speed. Yeah, so again, they're just rolling it out. Hopefully, they get to some of those tools, but you got to be able to speed it up. And yes, you don't want to just keep talking when that minute's up. And I mean,
Mhm.
yes, guilty of that. Like, okay, let's see, where was that 1 minute at, so I can start the
And it's
next
always at the
minute.
good part, right? Like, yeah. Oh, man.
But anyway, 30 minutes now, so
Mhm,
you don't have to worry about the minute running out.
mhm,
It's going to go for a while there, but I'm curious if
mhm.
other people are thinking of business use cases, that type of thing. So,
Yeah.
um, I think I know Bella runs some fantastic Facebook groups there. So I'm not sure with some of her coaching things or
Mhm.
whatever if this is going to be a tool that will
Could be something
she'll
you
use
sell.
increasingly.
Yeah, I could see it being something you sell, right? Like
Yeah,
little sessions, mini sessions.
there you go.
I was like, I
There you
already
go.
got a landing page for it now, right? But no, the next one I love, but I'm also kind of curious about. But Instagram is enabled likes on stories now as another way of showing positive sentiment. They take it away in the post. They don't take it away, like, you can still like, right? But they've taken
You
away
don't see
some
the
accounts because
count, right?
they
Yeah.
previously said that it was harmful to people's, like, psychology of, getting a little bit too consumed with the likes. So but now they're enabling it on stories. So I'm wondering if it's one of those things that they're trying to get people to do more stories because TikTok, has just taken over,
Mm.
and that's one way of positive reinforcement to do so. But it's kind of like talking out both sides of their mouth a little bit, but I don't know.
No, that's true, and I guess that's a key point, um,
Mhm,
to provide insight on viewer engagement. So they
mhm.
I wasn't clear on that, but are they actually gonna show you the count of those or just alert you that somebody did
The
like it?
So they're gonna show the count to the admin, like the
Yeah,
person that's the owner of the account. So
yeah,
I
that
don't
published it.
know that it shows the count, but you
To
can still click
publicly,
and
okay,
see, like, the
which was
likes.
Okay, so they're
Yeah.
following suit with what a pattern that's
Mhm.
standard in normal traditional
Yeah.
posts, I should say. Um,
Mhm.
I there have been definitely times where I wanted to just do a quick like on a story. I
Mhm.
like that approach,
Yeah.
and,
Versus having to
um,
respond with, like it's like, do you hit the what hands up, the
you
fire,
on
the
you only
heart,
get a couple
you
of
know?
those, or else then you
Yeah,
gotta, you
yeah.
hit at the bar and do a little bit
Uh-huh.
more extensive, that type of thing,
Mhm.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a positive that, we'll see how that goes, but, I know I'm a big, kinda quick response emoji type guy, just to give a little feedback kinda
What's
piece
your
there.
go-to, Mike? The thumbs up?
Um, probably the fire. I
The
like I
fire?
like letting people know this was fire.
This was fire,
So,
yeah. I'm the heart,
you know?
yeah. But no, I love it. I do like the fact that now you can get better insights, right? So, like, for
Yeah,
brands, they go back like, I've been able to use that with just
you need
testing
to,
out reels, right?
'cause
Like,
yeah,
testing
stories are
yeah.
yeah, you need that kind of feedback.
Yeah, you need to know, like because if you go back and you just go off of the emoji or whatever, a lot of times you're trying to remember what context the emoji came with because your story disappears and you're like, "Wait, what?" So it's kinda hard sometimes to go back. But you what did Mike send me fire for? What was that for?
Right.
But if you get the likes and it attaches to the content now, like if you go into your, the insight section, I love now that you can see what your reels have performed versus your content, your regular post, and just like
It's good.
overall top content. Like I love how they've expanded that even more so. And I'm telling you, like reels are killing it, like with engagement and just overall getting more exposure.
Well, and I guess we should mention that, it was Zuckerberg in the most recent Facebook, call where basically he said they were doubling down on Reels for traditional
Mhm,
Facebook. So we don't really, uh, have that specifically to talk about today, but,
mhm,
we're that's, pulling over from Instagram. It's important on Instagram, and Zuck is saying it's
mhm.
important on Facebook. So Reels, pay attention to them. How about that,
Yeah,
Jesse? Yeah.
yeah. I'm telling you, reels definitely. I mean, pretty much. What happens on with the TikTok is going to come on over, I think,
Ah, there you go.
to Facebook and Instagram in some way.
TikTokification.
They kind of just keep, yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
copying each other in a sense. But there's a couple more I want to get through, and then definitely, if you like these updates, there's several more that we want to share with you. The link
Ooh,
to kind of
yeah.
dig a little deeper and get some context around some of these updates. So if you type the word recap in the comments here, we'll
Will.
make
Yep.
sure you get a notification to get to the blog. So it'll sign you up to get the blog recap of this. So just type the word recap in the comment section there. We'll make sure that that gets to you as well. So, all right, Mike, you want to hit up the next one?
Yeah, let's jump over to YouTube,
Mm,
and, YouTube also just kinda had one of those,
mhm.
um, sharing times, I guess, where the chief product officer said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna focus on for 2022 and what we see the most potential in." And so they're including new developments for creator funding. Obviously, they want to support creators and evolved live shopping. Did we talk about live shopping already today? Oh, we did, didn't we? Yes, YouTube as well. Okay, the potential integration of NFTs. You're going to hear more about that. I mean, it was the Super Bowl of crypto, right, where they talked about NFTs, metaverse as well, and those are the pieces there. So I think that. Oh, and I missed one, including okay, a little bit more of development in shorts. Okay, again, what is shorts? We talked about reels, right? We did. Okay, so all of these things that are kind of coming together. Do you see a theme here
Yeah.
with the type of content and
Mhm.
the different pieces there? Yeah, Bella says, "Wow, NFTs."
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, Twitter started right with some
Yep.
people being able to do that for your
Mhm.
um, username avatar. So put
Yeah.
an NFT out there. If you had what's their little paid version called there right now that you can do it. So anyway, but yeah, they're starting. You're going to see that this is the
Yeah.
year of kind of weaving in some NFTs
Was it
as they can
Twitter
do
Blue
that.
or something like that? Twitter
That was
something.
the one that
Yeah.
Twitter does
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because and they're all doing another theme. Yeah, Bella, such a theme. So we're seeing several stories, shorts, right?
Shorts.
Stories, reels, whatever you want to call it, the short
This
form,
the
episodic
screenshot just looked like TikTok to
style,
me. Yeah.
yeah, content. We're also seeing, other ways of paying, expanding paying, not just paying for goods and doing it live and shopping live, but also paying your favorite creators when they're
Yeah.
live, paying them as the creator. Like we've seen that even on Twitter, where you could donate to your
Tip
favorite
jar
creators.
kind of thing.
On TikTok, they'll have it where, somebody's giving advice or just doing something you like. You can tip them. We're seeing different kinds of digital currency, and you're not paying like dollars. You'll see that they're not saying, hey, pay this creator $5. You're giving them 50 hearts or a crown that they can wear. And it's all this like gamification of, digital currency, if you will, like that channel's digital currency to pay this creator. And people then are seeing the creators seeing that, you're sending them these things. Everybody in the comments is seeing you that you're sending them these donations and dollars, if you will. And the channel's collecting a piece of that too. So it's another way of creators kind of creating and getting compensated for it, but it's building this community, even
Yep.
stronger, smaller niche type community that we've been talking about for a while here, as well as giving, other people just an opportunity of just creating a brand, like their own, brand on the channel. Like even on, I think it's Snapchat. Is it Snap? No, yeah, Snapchat is rolling out to where now in mid story roles, like they can have ads go through and they can get paid for it. Like they're giving creators just other ways of getting compensated, as well as the resources to create, to build
Yeah.
stronger communities
And
overall.
that ability to compensate a creator is a
Mhm,
form of connection for the viewer back to the
mhm.
creator. And so it
Yep,
is forming that bond there.
yep.
And that's a step deeper than just a video where you're watching somebody. That's another. And so that's the step. And then the further step that they're talking about is kind of that immersive experience, how they can
Mhm.
whatever they can do, if it's with NFTs, metaverse, those types of pieces, so you're just looking at that
And that's why
world of
people
what
are
used
hanging
to
out
be
with the
video.
creators, because it's
Yeah,
more immersive and,
that's what they want. Yeah,
intimate.
that's access.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a brand, either be the creator, align with the creator or creators, right? Or
Yeah,
find a way to create a smaller, more intimate community somehow, and give access, like you said, Mike, too. But all of these changes, you're seeing the theme across all the channels. We've been talking about it for a while here, right? I think 2 years ago we were talking about craveable, right? How to build
there
that
you go.
craveable brand. Now this year's theme is co-create, like how to create and get your community involved with creating with you as a brand. So all these changes are following suit with that. And this is also not just happening on social. Like the other last update that I want to hit before we do the recap and invite people to the recap is talking about search engine changes. Because now, when we're talking about community and building community and all these social channels doing that, what they're rewarding now is sentiment on who is building this community that people want to be part of. You're getting rewarded across channels, not just on social, but also on Google. So Google is changing the game with how they're ranking, even, and they're ranking now more on sentiment. So the Google page experience that we talked about last, was that 2019, actually, I think. And then they said it was coming in 2020. They pushed it back. So, but it really did roll out last year.
Yep.
And what that means is like they're rewarding you on your website on the experience that you're providing on that website, how often people want to, how long they want to stay on. Are they referring it off? Are they coming to your social channels that are connected with your website? What kind of experience are you providing there? And that's how now they're ranking you on the Google search results. It's completely changed the game with how everything's being ranked. Social's now part of that ranking too,
Yeah.
and it's showing up on Google. And these stats, Mike, I don't know if you had a chance to read some of these, but Google has 91.9% of the market share as of January 2022.
Just keeps going up. I mean, yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, I thought it was high in the days when it was 85%. It's like, oh, Google's
Yeah.
85%. And now it's over 90%.
Yeah, and
But and did you see the most searched
63%.
term? The most searched. term? Facebook
Yeah, Facebook is the
on
most
Google.
searched term, and 63% of Google search traffic, guess where it starts?
Mobile.
63% starts on your phone. It starts on the phone. I just realized how dirty my screen is. I did that, but your phone, like that's where it's starting. So it's just showing you like how we're changing, evolving, like it or not.
Yep. And what was it? Nearly 85% of people uh, use Google something at least
Mhm,
3 times a day.
mhm.
I'm kind of probably taking that up higher because I'm definitely doing more than 3 Google searches a day. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah, Google's my assistant, literally. Seriously. And they say 90% of all buying decisions start online. And now we know they start on Google, right? And people are clicking and they're clicking on that first page results.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to social because social is a huge part of that score. Mobile is where it's starting, and all of the results are mattering about sentiment. The thing you can't buy, I mean, you can buy ads all day long, right? You can either pay to play and keep spending, or you can earn it by truly building a brand that is craveable, that people want to be part of, they want to build a relationship with, and they want to invite their friends to do so as well. Like that's what's going to be the name of the game.
Sentiment.
It
They
is.
will forget what you said, but they will
Mhm.
never forget how you made them feel.
That's right, Mike. You post that, I'll give you a fire emoji too on your story. All right. Just kidding. Well, no, guys, there's tons of updates, even more than we could ever get to in 30 minutes. But type the word recap. We'll make sure to include some extra goodies for you to be aware of with some of these social updates. And let us know which ones you maybe you're excited about or want to learn more about.
Yeah.
We'd love to keep this conversation going in the comments. And we'll be back here next Tuesday, though, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I hope all of you guys have a great rest of your week. Good to see you on here, Lisa and George, too. All right, Mike, thanks. I hope you have a good rest of your week.
Take care, folks.
See ya.